Good evening, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for January 2, 2024. And in the news this evening, farmer charged for allegedly shooting two men, one fatally in Westmoreland. A Westmoreland farmer who is accused of killing a man and injuring another in a gun attack on Ricketts Street, Savannah Lamar in the parish on Saturday, December 30, has been arrested and charged. Charged with murder and wounding with intent is 25-year-old Tommy McFarlane of Ricketts Avenue, Savannah Lamar, Westmoreland. He is accused of killing 27-year-old Kemoy Wilson, otherwise called Moy. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that about 10:55 p.m., Wilson and another man were standing on the roadway when a black Toyota Vauxhall motorcar drove up, and McFarlane and another man opened gunfire at the men. Both men were taken to the hospital, where Wilson was pronounced dead and the other man admitted for treatment. The following day, McFarlane was apprehended during a targeted raid and was taken into custody, where he was subsequently charged. His court date is being finalized. 14-year-old beaten by group of women in Clarendon. 3 women are now in police custody following an attack on a 14-year-old girl in Clarendon over the weekend. The teen is said to be in hospital in serious condition. According to a well-placed police source, 2 women were arrested following the incident, while another turned herself into the law enforcement after footage of the altercation began circulating on social media. It is unclear at this time what caused the beatdown, but reports suggest that several adult females were involved. The victim is to be interviewed by the police in short order. 3 teen boys charged following ammunition seizure. 3 teenage boys were arrested and charged following the seizure of several rounds of ammunition, which the police allegedly found in their possession in Bedward Garden Crescent, Augustown in Kingston on Monday. The boys, who are between the ages of 15 and 17, have been charged with unauthorized possession of ammunition. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 1:58 a.m., lawmen were on patrol in the area when the 3 boys were seen acting in a manner that aroused their suspicion. The boys were approached and searched, and the transparent bag retrieved. The bag was found to contain 12 cartridges, police said. The boys were arrested and subsequently charged. Crocodile dies following alleged confrontation with police. A man who was shot in an alleged confrontation with the police in White House, Westmoreland last week succumbed to his injuries on New Year's Day. The deceased has been identified as George Ramsey, otherwise called Crocodile or Bob Lop, with addresses in Farm District and Alday District in the parish. Deputy Superintendent of Police Adrian Hamilton, in charge of operations in the Westmoreland Police Division, informed the news on Tuesday that Ramsey died while under police guard at hospital. A firearm was reportedly taken from the deceased during the incident. Reports from the police indicate that around 9:15 p.m. on Saturday, December 23, a team of police officers was on foot patrol in White House when they responded to a report of an alleged assault. Ramsey is said to have used his illegal firearm to slap a female in the face. The police team responded, and Ramsey reportedly pulled a firearm from his waistband and opened fire at the team of police officers, who in turn returned the fire. The now deceased reportedly ran into an open lot while still firing at the police. During a subsequent search of the area, Ramsey was found suffering from what appeared to be multiple gunshot wounds. A 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 2 9mm rounds and other items was also found on his person. Man arrested at hospital following failed robbery in Manchester. The Mandeville police have arrested and charged a man with several offenses after a foiled robbery attempt and a shootout with cops in Comfort District in the parish on New Year's Eve. He is 20-year-old Terry Smile, otherwise called Cuz Swibley or Babs, a construction worker of Hearties District, Mandeville, Manchester. He was charged with assault with intent to rob, assault at a common law, non-fatal shooting of male suspect, and unauthorized possession of firearm and ammunition. About 3:45 p.m., Smile and another man reportedly drove to a mini-mart in Comfort District, where an argument developed with a man and a tussle ensued. Officers who were on patrol saw what was happening and attempted to intervene when Smell allegedly opened gunfire at them. Smell and his accomplice escaped. The police later recovered information that Smell was being treated at hospital for gunshot injuries. He was accosted and reportedly gave lawmen information on the whereabouts of the firearm. The police say a Glock pistol with a magazine containing 17 rounds was recovered. Smell was subsequently arrested and charged. Man fined $530,000 for Spanish Town joyride crash. A St. Catherine man who took a car he was given to wash on a joyride and then crashed it while on a chase with the police on New Year's Eve was today fined a total of $530,000 in the parish court. 28-year-old Kevin Williams was fined $200,000 or 6 months imprisonment for malicious destruction of property, $200,000 or 6 months in prison, plus 14 demerit points deducted for dangerous driving, and $50,000 or 30 days in prison, plus 14 demerit points deducted for no driver's license. He was also fined $50,000 or 30 days for driving away a motor vehicle without the owner's consent, and $30,000 or 30 days for no insurance coverage. Sentencing was handed down by Parish Court Judge Janelle Nelson Gale. The court heard that on December 31, 2023 in Spanish Town, Williams was given a Honda Civic motor car to wash and he drove it away without the owner's permission. He was spotted by the police and disobeyed a signal to stop. He took the police on a chase along several roads, which ended on Burke Road, where he crashed the vehicle into a bus stop. He was arrested and subsequently charged. St. Catherine man pleads guilty to wounding relative with glass bottles. A man today pleaded guilty to unlawful wounding in the St. Catherine Parish Court for injuring a relative with glass bottles. Kemar Daly was remanded until March 5 for sentencing. A social inquiry report was requested for Daly, who the court was told suffers from psychiatric problems. He was, however, deemed fit to enter a plea. In court today, Daly admitted to the crime. Yes, she got some cuts from the bottle splinters, the 32-year-old said. Facts are that on October 24, 2023, Daly called the complainant, who is a relative, to come outside her house. When she did so, he flung several glass bottles at her, which shattered and sent splinters flying. The woman sustained multiple injuries. Human rights group blasts PICA for blocking communication with Haitian asylum seekers. Human rights attorney and the founder of Freedom Imaginaries, Melaine Alain, has blasted the Passport Immigration and the Citizenship Agency for compromising the process for Haitians seeking refugee status in Jamaica. She argues that being barred from communicating with the asylum seekers affects the lobby group's ability to protect their rights. Ms. Alain says on several occasions she was barred by the police and the soldiers from providing legal advice to detained Haitians. This barring, she says, was based on instructions from PICA.
When the government insists on using soldiers and police officers to prevent me as an attorney from speaking to Haitians, even while cases are cases before the court. This has been an emerging policy that, I assume that was the policy based on my interactions with police authorities every time I would try to interact with Haitian arrivals, where the constant message I was getting from police officers is that PICA has instructed that the Haitians are not to communicate with attorneys. This was communicated to me over and over again. Idea that there could be a category of people hidden away in, detention centers in deplorable conditions. I don't know how to articulate the severity of that. The Minister of National Security on different news programs, including Beyond the Headlines and Nationwide News, explained what the policy is. And that policy states that because of the quote-unquote problems with Haiti, Haitian asylum seekers, migrants who enter through irregular channels are not eligible for refugee status. And there is no question about them speaking with an attorney because they're just subject to immediate removal. Based on what he said and based on what's in the Aliens Act, I'm assuming that what that means is that Haitians have been deemed to be undesirable immigrants.